Can I press stream? I can. All right. Okay. Let's freaking do it. Hey everybody, welcome. So I reverted a lot of the changes, so the screen might be a little bit brighter. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think. But hopefully this is just not going to get it to crash, because I think a lot of the lag yesterday, I thought it was like my internet maybe, but then I saw there was an encoder error at some point. So hopefully I just basically reverted everything. Trying to fix the brightness, basically, that people were talking about before with HDR. It's clearly created problems over the last week, so I just reverted it until I can maybe figure out how to fix it. I've literally spent dozens, if not like 100 hours researching and working on this type of stuff for the last month. Okay, so I'm sure I'm gonna get asked about it. We're back doing solo queue because the we passed the checkpoint for like when we're locked for season rank.
It's official.
It is official. And sorry, I'm eating this last little bit of food here. Yeah, what's up, Aiden? I'm gonna do a separate video tomorrow about the patch, the preseason overall. I'm gonna tell you though, this is potentially the least hype preseason I've ever seen. As far as like changes. I don't think most of them are actively bad for the game. I think making people anonymous is bad. Yeah, I might try out Evoker. I'll have to research it and see. I haven't tried it out yet. So there aren't a lot of bad, like, terrible changes, I would say, outside of the making allies anonymous. Like, what they're trying to do, I think, they did a whole post on it. Their goal is to reduce dodges, but the problem is, oh, we got Lucian Man. Okay, good.
What must be done?
The problem is, if you don't know somebody's history, you know, with a champion or whatever, you kind of have to go on, is that champion metagame or not? If they're still going to enable the 3-point dodge. I don't know why this won't, this taskbar, man. I tell it to hide the taskbar and it just won't fucking hide the taskbar. Okay, hang on. I mean, Tarek is, like, pretty good against dive, but I don't know anything else. I think I'm still just gonna pick Rakan.
Let's dance.
We're so fucking obnoxious. Get down. Stop trolling. Okay, maybe if I close out of a couple of these. But yeah, if you don't know somebody's record, then all you have to go on is, you know, the meta of the champion. And if it's like a super off meta or pick or something garbage, like maybe someone's playing Zed Jungle, something like that, you might think that's bad. But if you can see their record, then you can see, oh, okay, they've got a 70% win rate on it. There's some kind of smurf or some kind of one trick that just happens to play, you know, whatever. Okay, there we go. Wait, dude, it just closed it. There. Okay, thank God. So you at least have some data points to decide. All right. Or, you know, maybe they're like you have a couple people on your team that are playing some weird shit that they're not good on, but you also have the other 3 people are playing their best champions that they're really good on. So I think that that just I think that giving people more information to let them make informed choices is the best option overall for like having better, like more competitive games. I don't think that concealing data is better. Legit playing a game on my phone that is about serving hot pots in China. What? And let me guys know what you think about the in-game look. I reverted, I said this earlier, I reverted a bunch of the changes and hopefully it's going to fix it where it's not crashing. Basically, it's just going to be a little bit brighter like it was before, most likely, but it's going to work. So, it might be a little brighter, we'll see. So, yeah, that change is kind of whatever. I know Delub's probably going to come on here in a little bit and ask me all these specifics about the patch, but that was kind of whatever. They're like changing the jungle to limit aggression, which I don't like that. So that basically it's not as valuable to invade because it's going to take longer to kill the camps and you can't leave little monsters. I kind of like they changed this, you can't leave the little monsters. I do feel like that is kind of troll to like leave one small raptor or something. But I think that invasion should be like a strategy. They were saying that it was OP to go take enemy camps. I feel like that's not the case, but maybe it is. But I mean, that's a huge part of organized play, especially at high levels with teamwork and all that stuff is, you know, coordinating invades, taking buffs, taking raptors, all of that. So they're trying to not let that happen. And then they're trying to also penalize laners for taking jungle camps. Eventually. So it's worth a little bit less gold. I think people are probably still going to do it late game. And they're also penalizing junglers for taking laner camps. So they're trying to like artificially prop up the resources in the jungle for the junglers.
Are you in game?
I'm not. I'm at 38%. What are you at?
100.
Huh. Okay. Let me reload here. Alright, here we go.
Alright, my biggest thing is not staying too long and getting ganked.
Yeah. Yeah, we just gotta listen to our spider sense and get out of there.
Yeah, I've died too much to that bullshit. Agreed.
Yeah, we gotta just, usually you have time to push one wave and that's it. Most of the time to get out. Even if we don't get ganked, like if they're able to counter push a wave into our tower, then we're losing out on that end. And then
I think I'm gonna get WoW this.
Do what? Sorry.
I think I'm gonna get WoW this weekend.
Oh hell yeah.
So I'll hit you up and we'll figure some things out.
Yeah, dude, message me, man. That'd be great.
Are you level 60 right now?
No, I've got a 51 priest and a like a 47 druid or something.
I'm gonna end up boost a hunter, and I'm probably gonna like level a demon hunter.
Okay.
Just because I've never played demon hunter, and I heard they're strong, and I've always liked that.
Yeah.
I don't know that character.
Yeah, I mean I've never played one either, but it looks pimp. Yeah, Illidan's baller.
So yeah.
I always love demon hunters, even back. I mean, they're just a cool design. Who doesn't like demon hunters? You know. I remember even back in Warhammer 3, it was like
being that little demon hunt. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my main
That's
bitch right there. Demon
That's the best. But yeah, I definitely want to get out and play.
Oh yeah. That'll be fun. Well, a lot of the dungeons now scale based on level too, so even if one of us is at a higher level than the other.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The earlier ones,
for
yeah.
sure.
So if I'm like level 50 on something, even if you're level 15, like we could still queue up and do the same, a lot of the same dungeons.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So they tried to make it a lot easier to just sort of connect with people and play the way you want to play.
Definitely makes it a lot easier doing that.
Yeah. I've been power leveling just like running classic dungeons like Maraudon and Blackrock Depths, just doing this random dungeon finder, and it's pretty fun. I tried doing some of the newer dungeons, but they have some actual mechanics to some of the bosses, and it's just like much more likely that the group's gonna wipe, or that I don't know about a certain thing that's going on. So I'm like, that requires some thought. I'm just I'm just gonna put on some tunes and crank these classic dungeons. So
Right.
I'll do like the new dungeons, obviously, but I don't want to relearn. You know, I don't want to have to learn these 40 dungeons or something, and spend 5 times the amount of time in there. I just want to power level and start playing for real. How does that look? You guys, is the chat working? Mal and Faded. I don't have OBS over there. I have the chat open. Wow, nice.
Good rotate.
How's the screen look? Is it okay? Hopefully chat's not dead. Okay. To not do Mop and Legion. I thought about it. Okay, awesome. Thank you guys. Alright, well if you can't even tell the difference, that's good. I disabled basically HDR on the stream. I've still got it on my end. But yeah, it's... Okay, good. It's definitely not worth me crashing the stream every night to try to get, you know, a little bit of better clarity on the color. No. That's enough. That's enough, dude. The guy's flash. It's fine. Well, with RDF, I mean, I should do some of that. I kind of wanted to do some dungeon and, or some Legion and Mop dungeons. They are going to have time walking bonuses where you get, like, I think at max level, they have different things where you can get gear or something from doing specific older dungeons. So I will do it that way. And then I think the Mythic Plus, like, resurrects some old dungeons. So that's another thing, is they're finding interesting ways to kind of recycle content. But I believe, I tried to look at Legion, so I heard it was, you know, had some cool dungeons, but with the random dungeon finder, when I get the little extra pack of gear, that's only for certain kinds of dungeons. So like classic dungeons seem to always give it, and then like Burning Crusade dungeons had it. I think it's wherever there's the highest demand. For a healer particularly, or a tank probably too, they entice you with like a little gift bag that gives you some gear, which you outlevel almost instantly. But it is nice getting a guaranteed piece of gear every time you run a dungeon, in addition to other stuff that might drop. Just so that you're always kind of relevant for your level while you're running through the dungeons. Which is cool. Hey, what's up, Ela? This is pretty... Well, our rank is locked, so I'm doing solo queue. Okay, I just wanted him to waste his E before I eat back out. Nice.
I was saying I like the juke that you did.
Oh, thanks.
Just stun.
Yeah, old Rakan, master of the dance.
Old trusty.
Yeah. Hey, crew. Rank is not disabled. I think this is... I'm pretty sure it's a solo queue rank.
Yeah.
It's just, for some reason, they locked in where you're going to be. Or, like, what your rewards are. So they locked in the rewards, but you can still play ranked. So we're playing solo queue ranked. We're just locked in for the platinum banner and all that stuff. He already used his jump, so can't do that much else. Yeah, they do, man. I was looking at those items. Everything. That's what I was telling Jason at the start of the stream. Is like, this is probably the most underwhelming preseason I've ever seen, like ever. Like, it's not like they're doing things that are outright just gonna ruin the game. I think, to be fair, the game's in a pretty good place overall. Still not sure about the mythic system in general, but it's not like it's horrible. And I think the meta is pretty good. Like, I think there's a decent little diversity of champs. But it's like none of the stuff really jumps out to me as like actively good. Like, this is a good change that's going to improve the game. It's like most of it is neutral to like slightly bad. Oh, maybe that's your... Are you in North America? Here, we still have rank for now. I think it goes down at like 4 a.m. or something. What was your guild called in Wrath? Nice. Is there a jungler? It's what's her name? All right, we gotta roll out. I mean, he's doing drag, but I'm too low. Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe. Okay, maybe ranked... Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. So ranked went down last night to lock the rank, I guess, at 3 or 4 a.m. So it's been locked all day. And then... Now it's available, but it's not the patch yet. So I agree, that's weird. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Maybe it's something technical with the servers. They need to get rid of the ranked first before they roll into the new patch. Because they don't want to do it at the same time. I don't know. But yeah, I agree. It looks weird. But yeah, the oh, you played versus Dyrus? That's cool. What rank are you in? Diamond? Or is Dyrus just kind of like a lot lower rank? I played against Reginald, I think, last preseason or something, maybe, in Platinum 1. I'm surprised Iris still plays. That's cool. I haven't kept up with him in like a million years. He was an interesting content creator. Okay, D1, D2, nice. This guy cannot time these, but we just can't punish him enough yet. That's alright though. It's just pretty strong early.
Yeah, I'll get there.
Well, yeah, I mean, Tarek, just with the extra armor and the healing and stuff, it's hard to burst him out. And then, of course, his ult. But, I mean, we don't have to do anything heroic. They're all stomping every other lane, so.
Yeah.
Okay, run.
Yep.
This is ult, yeah. Okay, I've got ult.
Okay.
If she goes for that, I might be able to get her. Nah, she's gonna run up.
Tarek
yeah,
doesn't have ult.
They're acting weird. I feel like the jungler could be here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Here could be.
I'm good.
Could be.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's gonna kill me. Holy shit. Oh, so close.
Well, at least we traded one.
Yeah.
And they used a flash. Mythics have heart. Yeah, the mythics seem really lackluster. A lot of them seem nerfed. Especially tanks. Seem like they're getting kind of fucked. I will say that Void one, that one does look better than it was, but I'm still not sure if you'll get it. The thing where it looked initially like you had to have 10 seconds to activate it. Now you only need, I think, 3 or 4 seconds to fully get the 3% drain. So that could be okay. But it's like, my thing with a lot of those items is a lot of them are super, super niche, and I'm just not sure anyone's even going to buy them. Like, Navori Quick Blades, who the hell is that for? Is that supposed to be for, like, Ezreal, maybe? Because, like, you want crit, but you also, I mean, like, maybe Xayah? You want to be building crit, but it also empowers your abilities. Most of the time, abilities can't crit. Most abilities can't crit. But there might be some degenerate cases where they can. Right? So like Talon, if you're close enough with your Q, that can crit. Or like Xayah's E can crit. But there's a lot of champions that spam their abilities, like Ezreal, where his Q can't crit. So... And I don't really like going extreme on certain resistances. I've talked about that before. So like, why does this tank item just like have all armor or something on it when it doesn't like make sense for why it has armor? Like Iceborne Gauntlet, they changed it to all armor, but it's not like its effect isn't themed around physical damage, right? Like Frozen Heart being all armor makes sense because it slows attack speed. Randuin's being all armor makes sense because it modifies crit damage. So it's like, okay, you know, Spirit Visage kind of makes sense that it's mostly magic resist because it empowers healing and shielding. So it allows you to sustain through poke, which a lot of times is magic damage. So like those kind of things being themed makes sense. But Karif, she could be down here. She's not topside, obviously, because Warwick's taking all of her stuff. And Dragon's up. Free Vert girls. Yeah, exactly. So I really don't like the design choices. Like the Spear of Shojin is so specific. It's like, alright, it's trying to give like ability haste or something. I don't know. And so a lot of the stuff I don't think is even going to be played that much. Let alone being good or bad. It's just not going to be a thing. I don't think a lot of it. So yeah, a lot of that stuff's kind of a head scratcher. Oh. Well, we got his exhaust though. That's good. Alright, yeah, we can probably get this. Tarek. Oh, they're coming down too. The crew.
The crew.
AKA the Olaf item. Yeah, there might be some, like I said, there might be some degenerate items, but like that's one thing with item philosophy, and that's the thing is that's the reason they got rid of Shojin, and that's the reason they got rid of a lot of these items was they were too niche, they were way too specific, and they were like really strong on some champs and just worthless on most champs. So they decided let's bring them back, but really not change them that much, right? Like Shojin is just a really bad version of what it once was. And they're bringing back Rod of the Ages at a 3,200 gold price point. Like, who the hell's going to buy that? I mean, there might be some people, but it's not even a mythic. Like, the whole point about Rod is you get it early so you can stack. So you're weaker early, but then you're going to be more powerful 10 minutes later, which is a huge Do what?
Does it have, like, how much ability power does it have?
It would probably get up to like 100, I think, which isn't even that much by today's standards. I mean, it's like, it's good, but it's like, it doesn't have ability haste on it, doesn't have any resist, doesn't have any pen. But my whole thing is, like, most mythics you want to rush because they're very powerful and you get bonuses, obviously, for having more. Like, for each additional item that you get. So you want to get mythics early. Not in every case, but a lot of times you do. But at Rod being 3,200, you want that item first because you want it to unlock and get its real power going. Like, you don't want to get a Rod of the Ages at 20 minutes. Like, what the fuck? But that's what it's looking like. If you go Mythic first, then Rod, that's what you get. Or you can rush Rod and then lose out on all the other bonuses someone else is getting when they do Mythic. I think they should have done a 2,600 gold version of Rod. So that you could get it early, get it going, not get your Mythic, but at least, like, create a power spike where maybe it's fully charged and you complete your Mythic second item at, you know, 20 minutes. Or whatever. So I don't know. It's just a really weird timing window, and I just don't think most people are going to get it. So many other items, like every major Mythic, or not every, but most major played Mythic AP items have mana, right? They have like 600 mana for free. So the fact that you have an AP item that gives mana now is not unique. You know, back in the day, that was one draw of Rod, is you got a lot of mana. So if you didn't want to go the old school Morellonomicon or whatever, Abyssal Scepter, or whatever the rush item was in the meta, I forgot what it is, the DFT, or DFG, Deathfire Grasp, whatever it is, most items didn't have mana. So if you were a champion like Cassidon or Cassiopeia or whatever that needs mana, that was a major reason why you would go Rod. But now you can just go Leandries and still get your mana, or Ludens and still get your mana. So I just don't see a lot of reason why you would ever buy Rod. It's got a lot of HP on it, I guess, which is cool, but yeah, you know, the ice item also has like 300 HP on it, so it's not as much, but it's got an active that's really good. It's cheaper. I don't know. Everfrost, yeah, exactly. So why not just get Everfrost on something like a TF, right? That you can chain your CC with or whatever. So I don't know. It just seems like a flop to me. And I agree. Like, they're basically, it seems like nerfing Bommies, taking it off of Sunfire. Like, they're hurting jungle clear. Now that is in the context of all these other weird changes they're doing in the jungle. So maybe, like, they're afraid Bommies people would clear too fast if they had it. Maybe that's, it's hard to tell with the jungle, because every season, every preseason, they make a billion changes. But yeah, they also put Catalyst on Abyssal Mask, which that's the thing, is they kind of are ruining a few items that I like as options on support. I don't always get them, but it's nice to have it as an option, like Abyssal Mask. 2,700 gold, not ideal, but optional if you have like two mages that are going off on your team, and if they have a lot of magic resist, it's like an okay option to have, you know? But now they've made it, I think it's 3,000 gold or 3,200 gold, and they've given it a bunch of mana. I don't want mana with that item. I don't want mana on almost any item for tanks. Nice, that was kind of weird, but we got it.
It's probably another inhib right here.
Yeah. At least it's got that split push going though.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't. They just across the board, it seems like they mostly just increase the cost of a lot of items, which I don't like, because most champions never get to full items anyways, unless you're turbo fed. And I don't think that's a great part of the game. I think you want more decision points for people, and items are an interesting decision point. Like, I think someone who's doing well and getting fed should probably be maxed out on items by 30 or 35 minutes instead of 40 or 45 minutes. I just think they should reduce the price of a lot of items across the board. Just accelerate the game, but also just give people more decision points. If you're worried about games ending too soon, if you do that, just lower the stats on the items, but just let people buy more of them faster. Because it just feels good, it feels fun to buy items, make those decisions. It's part of the skill expression of the game. And there's just, it's a missed opportunity. Back in the day, as a support, you used to be able to get like a whole extra item. You know, back when like coin and stuff like that would give you a lot of gold. You got more items. Like, it would not be unusual to end games with like, you know, 3 main items. Now usually it's 2, 2.5. It was 3, 3.5, not including your ward item and your boots. So like almost every game, you know, all I get is 1 mythic, Everfrost, and then I get, you know, 1 secondary item, which is usually Knight's Vow. And then I, you know, I might get 1 more half an item. I might get 1 Kindle Gem or something like that typically, and then the game's over. So there just aren't as many decision points, and the mythic system has limited what you can buy on a lot of supports. Especially Rakan. I have like 2, maybe 3 real choices in most games for opening items. Same thing with secondaries. So I feel like Season 8 was really the pinnacle when there was ZZ. Sorry, I don't remember who's talked about ZZ earlier. It got lost in the chat there, but I agree. I think there should be more items like ZZ and Banner that are situational where you don't get them every time, but that can offer a little bit of extra like side lane pressure if that's what your team needs, or a little bit of extra wave clear if that's what your team needs. It was just, they basically ruined, like they just got rid of an entire class of items and possibilities for items because of one bad balance decision, which was Baron empowered banner minions, which was stupid. But all they had to do was just say, if you use a banner minion, if you banner a minion, then it can't be Baron empowered, or you cannot use banner on a Baron minion, or something like that. What's up, fellow adults? What's up, Units? So yeah, I don't like the whole, like, you know what? Let's just get rid of macro items. So yeah, again, I don't think it's doomsday, but there's just nothing great about that I see that I get excited about with this. It's like they're bringing back also the zombie dragon, which like no one was asking for. There are already enough dragons. Like, what is it really adding to the game? And its bonuses are just weird. It's like you get tenacity and plus healing and shielding. So it's like a little something for tanks and a little something for like enchanters. Like, it's so specific. Nice, congrats here, Nezat. So, I don't... Just kept the name for the bad PR. Yeah. I'm just saying, yeah, like, it's okay for certain kinds of bruisers, but it just seems so narrow. Yeah, exactly. Hey, what's up, Austin? Yeah, it's like, why not just call it a different dragon? I mean, they just want it to look like a PR win, I guess, so that everyone will talk about, oh, the Kim Drake is great. Yeah, it's great. Oh, it's great. It's an awesome addition to the game, blah, blah, blah. You know, 1 or 2 years down the line, and maybe forget how it was initially released instead of just chalking it up as a failure and just calling this dragon something new.
What must be done?
They like made Rakan melee just a troll. It's like, guys, that should have been done years ago when it actually mattered. Yeah, they're trying to make jungle like easy mode and a lot more beginner friendly. I mean, the way... So they can't get invaded as easily. They get all kinds of healing. You know, the laners aren't going to be taking their camps. I don't know what he means by FP support. Usually that means first pick, but... Okay.
Neither the flames nor
Nice.
the depths could claim me.
Well, high-level junglers don't need that, but they want more people to play jungle because it's the second least popular role next to support. It's possible that it's even less popular than support these days. I don't know. Every time someone's brought that up to me, we've looked it up, and support is always the least popular. But, it's certainly one of the least popular roles, whether it's the literal least popular or not.
Let's dance.
Damn, they have a really spooky team. Our team's alright, but...
Or if it's the same Warwick Silas.
I hope not.
Probably is.
But yeah, and it's just like the least noob-friendly role. I think, because you really have to understand a lot of macro, and just, it's so bad. If you get run over, like you got Graves fucking invading you from level 2 and just constantly taking your camps and just shanking you, like, you can just feel like you can't even play the game. And you already get raged at more than anywhere else. Everyone complains to you. Everything that goes wrong in the game's your fault. So... I don't even remember what they changed about top. Soraka jungle one trick. I mean, maybe making it like super friendly, super healing will open up possibilities for like additional, and the fact that you can't get invaded as easily for additional like jungle help. But it's like the kinds of champs that'll encourage. Do we really want that? Like, do we want Karthus in the jungle? Like, is that what it's going to be? Is just power farm? Can't really invade them and punish them? I don't know. They're always full health. I'm not sure what the side effects of that are going to be. I mean, it's going to make stuff that, like, is historically known for invading, like Graves, be a little bit weaker. But Graves can still do alright, even if he just power farms. Like, he still scales really well. obviously makes like Lee Sin stuff that's been kind of out of meta for a while, but like Lee Sin, Elise, these kind of early like Nidalee, early like invade bully champs. A little bit weaker. I don't know. Yeah, there's nothing that's like, yeah, that seems like a good idea, or that's going to improve gameplay out there. And usually, you know, I'm a pretty big cheerleader for Riot. Like, I think the game's great. You know, obviously I've been playing it for 12 years. It's got a crazy thing about, but so yeah, I mean, usually I'm pretty positive. I'm pretty high on League in general. And again, I don't think it's like doomsday, but I think this is like in the 12 years I've been playing, the stuff where with like the least excitement about it. And it might be the like the worst preseason ever. Yeah, the old Thresh Flash.
Magic is supposed to be scary. Love is supposed to hurt. Ecstasy needs a little fear.
Okay, nice. GP. First strike GP. Got a kill. Huh. Yeah. Crab doesn't have a shield. So it doesn't give certain junglers any kind of advantage. I think that's probably a good thing overall, though. If it doesn't take a lot longer to kill. But yeah, just artificially making certain champs awkward. Well, I mean, Camille can knock it off, though, with her E, right? Doesn't it stun the crab and knock the shield off? I think they nerfed other stuff about Camille that made Camille jungle a little bit less appetizing. I don't have my W. Because they clear so slow, pet help them clear a lot faster. Hey, sorry, I can't process exactly what you said there, but I think it'll probably be bad for early game junglers. Aggressive early jungle champs as they fall off a lot harder because slow clear the pet. Do they fall off? Does Lee Sin fall off because he can't clear? I don't know. I think it's just due to the nature of their kit. I mean, maybe that is true with, like, some champs. Brutal. Some of them might have bad clear earlier, not great clear. I'm trying to think. I feel like Nidalee and like Elise and stuff still have pretty good clear. Maybe like Zed or something. I don't know. Most meta junglers at this point have like pretty decent clear, I think. Whole kid is there. I'm not an expert on Nidalee, obviously, but I feel like her clear is pretty good though. I mean, Jarvan might be one. Jarvan's kind of one that jumped out where he's like very good at ganking early, but not really that well known for clearing. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you do clear fast, but I think she's gonna be hurt by this. I mean, that's my thing. It's like early game junglers that benefit from counter jungling and bullying the enemy jungle are going to be weaker. Like, maybe not Graves, because Graves does scale. We'll see. But that is one of Graves' strengths and one of his options as a champ is to...
But humans' magic is like fire. For us, it's war.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
I'm gonna
Let them know. I don't even know if they should gank. We might have to wait a little bit.
so I can burn it again.
You might be able to 2v3 at this point. It's such an insanely strong, like 2 items, or little 2 half item spike there.
Understand the plan? I trust
God, and they're fucking freezing.
I'm gonna take all they got, then laugh as I throw it away.
Alright, he's gonna come up through the lane, I think. Fuck! Fucking stand aside. Oh, it's so obnoxious.
Trying to live the moment. I dig seeing it. I feel like my allies aren't recognizing how amazing my smoke is. Serious. I've been
Alright.
kicked around since I was born. It's all right. It's okay. I'm staying alive.
Turns out that deck's called Urza. That's funny. Yeah, those artifact kind of utility belt decks are pretty cool. Alright, I guess.
Without
Guess let's get Ionians here.
we have no children, we have no future.
And I'm getting blown out.
Yes, it's a rough one. Draven, if he gets that kill early, is really hard to deal with. Is that Sari to Dirk's just so OP on him.
Fine, I gotta kiss myself.
He gets so much free damage.
I'm offended by how little attention I was given. I am a chronic line stepper. What humans call magic, we call life.
Yeah, Jason was practicing Jhin in the last week or so. Fuck. I walked right into that. Oh my god. Oh.
I can't wait to see what I'm gonna do.
Damn it, I had him and then I juked back.
An ally has been slain.
Hey, thanks Ryan, I appreciate it, man. Hope you're doing well.
Yes, it is. I was worried about that.
some early game junglers, some things can clear faster than they can. I mean, I guess that's true, but a lot of those it depends on if they need to invade or not. I just think that it gives it's going to give people free and easy sort of jungling and scaling. So that's not going to favor those early game champs. It's going to favor scaling junglers. That's what I think. It's going to favor like your Karthus, maybe your Graves. The stuff that just wants to farm. Or that gets really bullied out early game, and that's why they don't get played very much. Maybe stuff like Eve. Alright, I'm trying to rotate up here and see if I can do... Well, never mind. Everyone's just getting blown out in this game. So it's just the farm and scale type of junglers, which is exactly what people like don't want to see, I think, a lot of times. Maybe Udyr, Hecarim 2.0 meta. I think a lot of people like... See, like, on a competitive level, or like from an interest factor, I think people like fighting junglers. You know, you want to see the Lee Sin versus... whatever, Elisa in the jungle. I think a lot of people like that. Okay. Rather, and just like, or like something with interesting ganks. Rather than just like Karthus farm it out, right? Or Deer or Hecarim just run around and farm everything. I don't...
Think that to believe in something you have to be serious.
Really? They sniffed out Talia coming down. Master Yi, yeah. Other, you know, no one want. I don't think a lot of people don't want these degenerate champions that just like win the game when they get to 4 items. I mean, the people that play those champs obviously like that, but I think most people want like more interaction. More opportunities to fail. Right, Lee Sin's really good, but if you don't make use of him early, then it's rough. Yeah, I don't like the pregame lobby changes. What Ewa said, because now I have no data. If I just see something that's really looks troll, or like really off meta, or the team comp just looks like garbage, probably just gonna dodge. Whereas before I could see, okay, they have experience on that champ, maybe I'll give it a chance. Which is usually a bad idea anyways. It's like, oh, that Teemo jungle's got 70%. Okay, I'll give him a chance. And he feeds, of course. But I'm much more likely to give somebody a chance if I see their stats. Because I think the question is, are people going to dodge weird champs or not? Right? I think that's what it comes down to. I mean, you could say, alright, people are just going to dodge win rates. This guy's got an overall 40% win rate or something on that champion. But I think a lot of times people investigate that in the first place if it's a weird pick. Like, that's when it's most likely to be investigated. People are going to look up weird picks more. Like, if someone just picks something that's meta that's good, a lot of people may not look it up as much. It's like... Fucking hell. I shouldn't have even looked. I mean, what am I going to do if he's in there? We're just going to get pushed in anyways, and, you know, we can't fight him. So there's really no reason for me to even take that risk.
It don't take a lot of words.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah, it's basically Lee Sin, sort of, Mal. But yeah, I agree, like, making more champs like that would be cool. You don't want to make it too overly complex, probably. But like, Lee Sin's double system, where like you can land one thing and then follow up with a different type of ability, is probably kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, if you're saying like you land your Q, then you can press Q, W, or E or something to do different abilities, depending on the situation, like that would be kind of cool. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. You don't want to make something that's like insanely powerful. I don't have ult. Is he dead top? Yeah, he's annihilated. You sure, bro? Yeah, I don't think we win this, man. It's too strong. What are you pinging people for, man? I should not have done that. Huh. Well, they've already got some champs that are really hard. I don't think they want to make... I mean, they do have some that require a lot of skill. But in general, I don't know. It just depends. Echo's... I mean, Echo's not having a great game, but who is? I guess Talia's like doing alright. I don't know. Fuck, he dodged me? No. Oh my god, he lives? Alright, GP, you can't ever say anything to anybody anymore. Your chat privileges have been revoked, sir. The hypocrisy is too strong.
You will learn what beauty truly is.
I mean, it is interesting to have super high skill cap champs like Yasuo and Akali, but I don't know if you want like a ton of those running around. There's some, but okay. Yeah, support Monk or like support Lee Sin type of champ would be really cool.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
I mean, I think it's great. Rakan's relatively complex. Yeah, I think they've been... I think there's a difference between just having wall of text with a shitload of just random stuff, like perks that your champ gets. Versus, like you're saying, kind of having that combo. I mean, Akali is probably the closest other thing. It's like these ninja champs, Akali, Lee Sin, to having these specific types of combos that open up. Yeah, I would like that. Basically, like a monk from WoW would be pretty cool. Like melee, you do damage, you heal your allies. Tarek's probably like the closest thing to that, where you auto attack a lot and you get to heal more. I mean, he's probably a lot more akin to like a paladin from WoW. Oh, that was nice. Oh my god. Okay, we got him, but that almost got nasty. Oh! Oh my god, he got both!
Enemy double kill.
Fuck.
An ally has been slain.
Oh, I wasn't even looking for it. Oh, this is just a...
An
total destruction. Cries in jungler. I really don't feel like the support gets blamed for everything. Maybe. I feel like jungler, whenever I play jungle, I feel like I get blamed like 10 times as much. I mean, the ADC might blame the support for some things, but typically people think pretty lowly of supports, right? People think supports don't do that much, so you don't have that much responsibility. Way, bro. As long as you're not like chain feeding and like warding, I think the expectations are pretty low for most supports.
The humans will never understand our kind until they hear the song.
It is, in fact. Versus jungler is just like the potential for jungle is so high. Like, the jungler can totally take over the game if they're really good, almost, you know, by themselves. Most won't, but they potentially could. So yeah, everyone just expects, oh, you should be ganking my lane is usually the main thing. So you get blamed all the time for that. I think they're, maybe they're not on Baron. Draven's bottom, Thresh bottom.
Zaya told me to improvise. That's the only part.
Echo is not coming down. Yes, he's getting chased by Silas. Oh, I could have gotten out there with W. I tried to kill him, and he just killed me in the middle of my W. I mean, it doesn't matter. But I think in the abstract, I should have just left. Got him!
Got him with the shutdown.
That's right.
There's wildness in the breeze.
Okay, well, at least we had a good stream that, like, didn't crash. So that's a perk. And I just ended up crashing, like, earlier today, so I didn't get on earlier. I was kind of waiting on Jason, but... it's all good, man. I gotta roll out anyways. I'm sure you probably do, too.
Oops.
Yeah,
Okay,
GG's.
good job.
Yeah, I'll see you, man. Yeah, I just ended up staying up all night trying to finish those essays. Not all night, but I got like 2 hours of sleep, and then I just came home and just crashed. I didn't wake up until like 11:45, and then Jason was like, yeah, I'll be on in, you know, maybe 30 minutes or something. And so I was like, okay, cool. But hopefully I'll be able to get on tomorrow. But we did, or I mean, I will get on, but hopefully I can get on earlier tomorrow. And then I'll do a patch analysis video, a support tier list, and yeah, at least we got, we didn't crash tonight, so that's good. OBS didn't go down. You know, by most reports, the stream still looks okay. I just basically disabled HDR on it. But yeah, it looks like maybe we got our stability back at least, so that's good. Yeah, and then we'll be doing some preseason tomorrow. Again, like, just being real with you guys, there's not that much that, like, jumps out at me that's, like, seems super different or hype. I mean, maybe I'm hoping to be pleasantly surprised to the upside, right? But we'll But we'll definitely check some other stuff out. We'll be playing all preseason. We'll be back on doing solo ranked. So hopefully get some good games, good opponents. But anyways, that's going to be it. Have a good day, and we'll see everybody next time.